The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well. Providing
opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in. Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
I'm Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Adrian College Television would like to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Carlton Lodge of Adrian. Carlton Lodge is sponsoring all ACTV broadcasts during the 2021 to 2022 school year. Located at 1629 West Maumee in Adrian, Carlton Lodge offers comfortable rooms and suites at affordable rates. There's also a heated indoor and outdoor pool, along with a 24-hour fitness center. Thank you for the continued support toward Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, Leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the beautiful Arrington Ice Arena on Adrian's College campus as we get set for a fun Friday night of NCAA Division III college hockey between the visiting Concordia University Falcons and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by my color commentating partner for the evening, Ryan Cuddy. We're so happy to have you here and to join us. And we had a game earlier this week. The Bulldogs faced off against the USA U18 national development team. They walked away with a 5-4 win after 60 minutes. Ryan, walk us through that game.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of offense and a whole lot of skill on the ice, obviously, with the U.S. National Development Team, but also this Adrian squad. Matu Spodniak had himself a great game, and you saw what he can do when he gets into the open ice. He's got speed to burn, and he's got an incredible shot that is going to be very tough to stop. So I expect Concordia to really try to kind of converge on him tonight.
So a great squad Concordia is coming in, rebuilding at the moment. First-year head coach Jim Masso making his first appearance this season as a head coach in a collegiate uniform. Last season he was with the University of New England and actually faced Adrian College in the semifinals up in Lake Placid during the national tournament. The season coming in with a 3-16 record. And a player to watch for them tonight, number 71, Colin Kirchhoff. 18 games played, 4 goals, 7 assists for a total of 11 points. A freshman leading the way as their head point scorer.
Yeah, freshman right winger. And 4 of the 5 first liners for Concordia tonight are all freshmen, including their netminder. So it's a very young team. So it's going to be interesting to see how in the first couple of minutes on the road in hostile territory, they're still looking to pick up their first road victory. It's going to be crucial for them to kind of try to get into this game very quickly and not let the Adrian offense and the Adrian firepower really kind of bury them early.
And on the other side, player to watch certainly for this evening, name was just announced, Dershawn Stewart, the goaltender who's starting tonight for the Bulldogs. Got the start this past Tuesday against the United States development team and had a fantastic game.
Yeah, and he really battled through it in the, I don't want to say 10 minutes of that third period. He had a couple times where the medical staff was checking out his lower body. He was fighting. And after kind of a rough start in that first period where the U.S. got a couple goals up early, he really locked down throughout the rest of the game, got into the rhythm of it, and he was stellar. You know he's going to battle all 60 minutes in between the pipe. It's going to be really interesting to see kind of if he can keep that momentum rolling, because he, after 2 goals early for the U.S. National Development Team, he really locked down in that matchup.
And with that, lineups are set. Things getting ready, set to drop the puck here. We're just going to get a momentary pause for the national anthem. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here on ACTV will return with the first period of tonight's NCAA contest after the break.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to
We continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.
And the slam!
161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs up, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from the beautiful Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here on ACTV for what should be a fantastic evening of NCAA hockey between the visiting Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons and your Adrian College Bulldogs. 5-on-5 even strength will start the game. 2 netminders in their blue paint. 20 minutes on the score clock. Center ice face-off, and we are underway at the AIA. The first draw won back by the Bulldogs, and it's sent in. Ty Enns will go to collect in the corner, and he's crunched hard. And things back up just for a moment. Here's Heinz, will pick up. Nice shifty move, looking towards the net. Played in the slot, and a shoulder save made there by Gabe Rorsak. Under the red, things shuffle on. Picking up was Reutman. This has cleared the length of the ice, and Stewart will forward a long pass through the neutral zone, and it was picked up by Wyben. Stewart again will rim this high off of the glass and into the netting, and we'll get our first stoppage of play of the evening with 9:17 left to go in the first.
Yeah, that's a good start for the Adrian offense, being able to get a look on the young Gabe Rosick early. He was able to answer the test, but yeah, kind of be able to put some early pressure on, see how this young Concordia squad responds.
Players calling for the puck there as this is bounced up into neutral. Here's Babyak looking towards the front. Tried to make a bounce pass going behind him. Nobody there to catch the pass as Rosek will touch up under his cage. Spodniak trying to break things free. Able to do it there, and now it's Austin Klein who will send a D-to-D pass over for Babyak. Here's Luciani on the break. Now to moving over, and the Bulldogs score! Just like that! A tic-tac-toe play, and the Dogs are barking as they go up by 1.
Yeah, that's just beautiful passing. Like you mentioned, tic-tac-toe, as it all started with Klein from the blue line, as you can see here on the replay. And he had a beautiful pass to Luciani, and then just the extra find there from Matu Spodniak. That's beautiful passing, and not much that the netminder Gabe Rosick could do.
What patience from the top scorer for the Bulldogs, Matu Spodniak, to really hold on to that puck. And from what it seemed, absolutely fake Gabe Rosick out of his crease to pull him coming across. Spencer will pick up on the near side corner. Fronting forwards is Patosha. Had it taken away from him. Spencer back right on it. Dropped through his legs for Patosha. Tries to send a shot on, but was shoved to the left corner. A missed pass there, intended for Spencer, was off the target. As Stewart, again for the second time now, will send a pass all the way from his crease. And it's Rosek who will stop up on the dump-in.
Yeah, both times Stewart's had that stretch ice pass. He's been trying to kind of catch Concordia in the midst of a line change, and just forcing that pressure on this young squad, seeing how they react to it.
Draws one back by the Falcons, tripped off the high glass. It's Ryder who's pressed hard. As coming the other way now, a 2-on-2. Maybe odd numbers here for the Dogs. This is slid through. A backhander kept out. The rebound poked free, and it stays out. And behind the play, Rosek went down in some pain. We'll keep an eye on that as things progress. Swade will pick this puck up. Fakes the drop pass. Now to Ryder. Left side D. Misplays with Kodo. He'll circle back and put this up diagonally as Swade will get it in neutral ice. Backhand to forehand. Now the other way for Ryder. Chipped through the center as a nice step-up hit made there by Swade. This is dumped in off the stick of Summers, and it wrapped around and will find its way into the netting off the backhand shot there from Briar Demeter.
Yeah, Concordia on the back foot early. They're going to have to try to kind of figure out a way to start holding possession a little bit. A lot of these first three minutes and some change has been in their own end of the ice. Not a recipe for success, especially against a high-powered offense like this.
Up top is Babyak with a nice move. Sends it over, and this is blockered aside into the near side corner. Good step from Rozek. Ends. Try to move a pass through traffic, and he'll step off the blue. Fires a shot. The rebound is scrambled inside the crease, and holding the line there was Lucas Duran, and it bounced off of his chest, and we're still at a 1-0 hockey game. Here come the Falcons. Too far over the blue as they're whistled down for an offsides.
Yeah, does Lucas Duran get credited for a save there? I think he was the only reason that puck stayed out, holding down the open end of the net, because Rozek was all over the place. That was a huge play for Duran.
Great self-awareness there from Lucas Duran to stand in the crease and make sure that shot couldn't be put home. As we will continue on with 16:13 left to go in the first at a 1-0 score in favor of the Bulldogs. Picking up on the near side wall is Spodniak. Spodniak tied for second in points at the moment in Division III NCAA play. Sits at the season, 19 games played, 18 goals, 12 assists with 30 points, as this is slid through the slot and off target intended for Matthew Redding. Redding gets it down low, put through the slot, off of the backhand there, as Rozek got in the way. Another chance as Rozek holds the post and shoulders aside. Denier gloves down. Taken away, Spencer. Spodniak puts on the speed, and he was shoved off the puck there. Redding stays in front. Sent up top, here is Ryder. Back to the right side is Koto. Good cycle here from the Bulldogs, establishing zone presence early, just about 5 minutes in. This is bounced off of the boards. No target there to hold up as it's taken away by Redding. He searches for a passer, couldn't find one. And finally, it's chalked towards the right corner and down low under the red. And a hard hit there in the left corner was sent on to Ryan Patosha as he shoves off the pane. This popped up in the air, and it was caught on the bench by assistant coach Nate Eminger.
Yeah, Adrian College, you can see on this replay just creating so much pressure right now, and that was a beautiful pass. Eyes on the back of the head for the Adrian College Bulldog to nearly set up that play that Lucas Duran ended up keeping out of the net. But yeah, this Adrian team, they've come out with a lot of energy. Seems like they're trying to win every 50-50 puck, and that they are, and it's tough going right now for Concordia.
Obviously always easier said than done, but you have to assume that the expectation is that riding off of that 5-4 win against a really strong opponent in the USA National Development Team is part of the reason why we see so much of the fieriness in the Bulldog squad tonight. As this shot was taken, traveled high over the glove side, came off of the stick of Devin Orpana. Through the slot, Babyak tried to make a play. Stripped away from him, so backpedaling now is Klein, and we'll find Orpana on the left side. He walks through and gets hip checked hard there. Nice play from Petronak. As this is sent on net, Stewart touched it with the glove, and it moved wide as another hit there, sent on by Dittmer. This is over his head. Swade almost came away with it. Kirchhoff, leading scorer for the Falcons, 11 points in 18 games. Swade will chase down Duran. Couldn't get there in time. It will find its way to the stick of Klein. A A soccer kick from Summers to Murphy. Broken up by the body of Dittmer. Moved up top, here's Adenier. Snaps one on, and it's swallowed up in the chest of Rosek, his 9th stop of the evening.
Yeah, Rosek doing a good job of settling down, allowing that early goal, but he has played pretty solid, obviously. 9 shots to nothing. He's had a lot of action in the early going, more so than I'm sure Concordia would have hoped in the opening period. But if you're a fan of the Falcons, you got to like how Rosek has responded after allowing that early goal.
A missed cue on the face-off draw, so we'll get it dropped again. As this time, things are set and we continue on as the Bulldogs are able to win it back. Swade looks towards the slot and trying to find Murphy there, but couldn't fully get the lane. Back the other way, Bridges. He moves up with speed. He's able to send it in. Stewart will come out of the crease to send it around. This starts the breakout. Murphy to the right side in Summers. What a move, and what a save there! Grand larceny from Gabe Rosek, flashing the leather.
Yeah, I don't know how Rosek was able to keep that one out. Let's take another look at it. This was just a beautiful setup on the offensive end. Able to use their speed. Murphy, forehand, backhand, and just an incredible glove stop by Rosek.
And interesting to note, too, that whole play started from another goaltender. So you went the full length of the ice from one netminder to the other. Stewart played it around the boards. The breakout happened. And then things transpired the way that we did. And a highlight reel save there for Rosek. Reitman pushes up for Bolin. As Ryder and Koto get tangled up together as this is sent across. And I believe that Stewart got a piece of it there with the stick. There's a shot that's now put up on the scoreboard as Heinz tries to go through neutral. And it's Ryder who will go back to get there first. On the far side boards, it's Heinz. Up for Ruffin. Breaks in, has ends behind him. Across the way. What a move! And another save on the breakaway by Rosek. Shutting the door for the second time on 2 straight chances. Ryder snaps one on, and it's kicked aside by the pads of Rosek again. This is played through. Heinz tried to dangle his way along, but one too many stick handles, and it's turned the other way. Quoto. A backhand to Ryder. Looking for a passer. Finds it in Luciani, but it was a little too far ahead of his stride. Humphreys gloved it down for Millick. And Concordia is whistled down for the offsides with 11:01 left to go in the first period here at Arrington Ice Arena.
Yeah, Rosek really keeping Concordia in it early on, trying to wait and see if this offense can start picking up into rhythm. Find their footing in this one because it's been all Adrian so far.
Moving the other way, Luciani will get it and find Spodniak. This is turned over. Luciani tries to play it through. Spodniak will get it as another pass is coughed up, not able to be held onto. Shaking free is Redding. Klein will come in contact there. Sending it across. Spodniak will hold on. Fans on the pass there, looks at the stick, checking to make sure the equipment is okay. It's always the stick, isn't it?
Yeah, and you rarely see that too from a two Spodniak, so skilled with the puck.
Continuing on, a crunching hit in the left corner made by Potosha. Back with it is Petronak. Gets it all the way up. Is it far enough for an icing? It is not. So we'll continue on as Adenier will play it on the forehand and saucers a backhand. touching up was Schwartzmiller as it caromed around the inside wall, kept up on the blue by Petronak. Pushed back towards the goaltender Deshaun Stewart, and it was played off the outside of the apron. And a quick seeing eye glove will cover up with 9:31 left to go here in the first period of regulation.
Yeah, wise play there from Stewart, because Darren Sardelli for Concordia was waiting right in the slot if that loose puck came out to him. It wasn't an Adrian defender in the area to kind of check him off the puck, so heads up play by Stewart to freeze that.
I think there's going to be a penalty being called here. Potentially, I'm not sure what it was for. Something must have happened off of the face-off.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what it was. Play was only resumed for a couple seconds.
So the official will skate off towards Coach Adam Krug and give the explanation. And it's Bradley Summers who's going to be sent to the sin bin for the next 2 minutes, giving the Falcons their first power play opportunity of the evening.
Yeah, this is big too for Concordia, because they haven't had their offensive rhythm yet in this one, but a 5-on-4 power play advantage can certainly give you that.
So a low penalty percentage conversion rate, an 8% at that for the Falcons versus the 84% penalty kill percentage for the Bulldogs. And we'll see what happens here, as it'll be 5-on-4 for the next minute and 50 seconds. A turnover made by Swade. Chops for it, broke it free for a second, but ultimately didn't come away with it. Wyben moves it to the corner, and it's cleared the other way. Coming out to stop it is Rosek. Thought about passing, but decided not to, as he left it for the captain, Nick Wyben. He's walking through there, a nice move, taking down on Bridges. And once again, it's cleared back the other way.
Yeah, that's exactly how Adrian wanted to start out this penalty kill. Get about 60 seconds in, already halfway through, and not much going on the offensive end for Concordia.
This is put through the legs as Murphy will play it over, trying to send it in the slot, and a skillful move there to play it on one hand with the 360. Would have been nice to see if he could have held on to it after he made the move. And here's Reutman, puts it over, and Stewart does not hold on. And the Falcons even things up on the power play 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like Stewart had that saved. He was going side to side, must have snuck on through the five. Let's see on the replay. But that's exactly what Concordia needed. They needed to capitalize on this man advantage. It was a very difficult play for Stewart, as Concordia just had the numbers getting behind the Adrian defense.
It's Derek Humphreys, the freshman for the Falcons. His first NCAA collegiate goal, has 5 assists on the season thus far. But he gets a big one to really stun the Bulldogs here with under 10 to play. It's 7:54 left to go in the first period. Be interesting to see going forward how Adrian's able to respond. Only 3 shots for the visiting Concordia University of Wisconsin, and respond the Bulldogs do, as Matthew Redding quickly regains the 1-goal lead.
That just kind of looks like a standard play. The puck came to Redding, and he just snapped off a wrister. That was a frozen rope on the replay. Just came out to him at that left circle, and he did not miss his chance.
7:40 left to go in the first period. Bulldogs are back on top as this is sent over for ends. Heinz is streaking and just put it a little too high over the bar. And here's another chance at flashing the leather. On the response is Gabe Rosek, absolutely robbing Sam Ruffin.
Rosek's been stellar tonight, obviously having the 2 goals, but he's had so much pressure in front of him in this first period. And there was the initial shot that was high, and then the second one was on net, and if it wasn't for the glove of Rosek, this would be 3-1.
This is played back to the point for Adinier. Fanned on his shot, so he moved it over to the right side. Ruffin pulls up and makes a play, able to get it free. This pass was tipped out of the zone off the stick of Dane Sardelli, and it travels the length of the ice. Dogs looking to break out. Hines gets his stick chopped. Moves over for Ruffin, gives it back for Heinz, but it was tipped by the stick of Amraj Gill. Right side shot was almost taken, but blocked as Kirchhoff put one to the net. But it was off the target for him as well. Adinier stops it on the boards, trying to hit Heinz. The stick wasn't down at the time. With speed, here's Dittmer. Breaks in and loses a mitt. Started to continue play, but as a scary play there, this is loose in front, and the Bulldogs playing around with the puck right on the top of the crease. Orpana moves around all alone. Calgin fanned on it. Ryder plays it through. Calgin will stop. This goes down low. And on the post there is Rosek. And he'll cover up for the whistle.
Yeah, Adrian on their own defensive end of that possession, playing a little dangerously right in front of Stewart.
There will be a return for a glove there.
Yep.
Going back to Briar Dittmer. Lost his mitt on the play earlier and was put into the penalty box. So wonder if he had gotten a penalty there. That's why he sat down. But it's returned to him on the bench, and we continue on with 5:47 left to go in the first. Bulldogs up 2-1 for those of you just tuning in here on ACTV. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy with the coverage today. Happy to have us all join as this is moved up quickly for Calgin. Looks to the net, puts one on, and in and out of the glove in a hurry, but then covered up by Rosek as he'll hold on once more.
Yeah, for Adrian, I think this is kind of how you wanted to start out this game. Obviously, you don't want to pick up that penalty and allow the Falcons to be able to convert on the power play. But overall, you take out that one couple minutes span where the Falcons were able to get right back in it. Adrian is controlled heavily on the offensive end. You've seen their speed, you've seen their passing abilities. And then the one goal Stewart allowed, not much he could do on that power play for Concordia.
Draws one back. Swade couldn't play it. Murphy lost it. Falcons showing their speed off as Humphrey turned and fired, but it was blocked by his stick before it could reach Stewart. This is played off. Murphy. Now to Klein. He shakes through, looking towards the net, playing it in the slot, and that one goes wide. It was Swade with the attempt. And it was just put off the target by a couple of inches. A turnover. Ketterman to the front. And standing strong is Austin Klein as he broke things up.
Yeah, that was a huge defensive play from Klein. Because that was another opportunity like we saw on the first goal for the Falcons with numbers behind the Adrian defense. But Klein able to be in the passing lane there to make sure no damage is further done.
some extracurriculars between Jacob Swade and Briar Dittmer after the play, coming back up the ice. A couple of shoves sent on, and there's going to be a timeout taken here. I believe Adrian will make the call. And with 4:39, we'll pause just for a second. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here on ACTV will return with more NCAA coverage in just a moment.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, here live on ACTV, coming to you from Arrington Ice Arena. The first period of this NCAA Men's Division III matchup between the visiting Concordia of University Wisconsin and your Adrian College Bulldogs, as Murphy will shake free and play this around. Stops and pulls up. It was taken away from him by Petronak. Tie up on the boards. This is moved free. And walking in, the shot was taken, tipped off of a stick. It was Bradley Summers with the attempt. Didn't get the angle of trajectory correct. Have to wonder what the timeout was called for earlier by Adrian. Seems like the coaching staff maybe had thought they were running around a little bit too much.
Yeah, Coach Crew kind of seemed like, obviously with a 2-1 lead, but didn't seem all that pleased on the bench during that timeout. Trying to light a spark under his team, and yeah, I think just a little sloppy at times in their own end. We saw a couple times right in front of Stewart, where they got a little sloppy with the puck, tried to be a little too cute.
So they definitely drew up some strategy here, and will try and take control of the game with 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the first in regulation. Redding sends a long pass up, connects with Spodniak. Great pass coming through the neutral ice. Now sideways through the slot. Denier pops the puck up, and it's kept in on the blue by Spodniak. Dived to try and keep it in for a second time, but it was ultimately played out. Here's Spencer, rimming around for Redding. That shot was dumped in. That came off of the stick of Bolin. Trotting up with Spencer. Now to Ruffin with some speed. The Bulldogs look inward, and that shot taken on wide to the stick side. Down low, Ruffin was taken down. A hammered one-time shot by Heinz. Sticked aside and kept out. Good save from Rosek. Been tested quite often here in this first period. Standing strong for the boys in blue. And that play whistled down offsides. I believe it was Nick Wyben who was too far ahead of the play. And will take the face-off draw in front of the penalty box here in center ice.
Yeah, Wyben got a little too overeager, trying to push into this Adrian defense, get some pucks deep into the offensive zone. Just a little too overeager though that time.
Humphreys will walk through center. A nice move, looking towards the front. And Stewart with a great stop as he holds on.
Yeah, that was a tremendous one-man effort from Humphreys. Able to just pick it up right in front of the Adrian bench at center ice and then just walk around the defenders and then make Stewart have to make a pretty nice save.
Down low. Falcons wrap around. That came off of the stick of Malik. I don't know if it was the stick that caught the post, but something rang the iron on the play. Reutman will get it up top. Fans on his shot. It was played over. Orpana picks up speed, and he loses control of it there. He's back the other way. This shot was taken high and deflects into the netting.
Yeah, Concordia nearly with a costly turnover. A little miscommunication between the two defensemen at the blue line. And then Orpana was trying to get a break up, but the puck was just a little too far out in front of his outstretched stick.
Let's draw one back. With it now is Kodo. Ahead was Swade. He'll have to skate back to get the onside. Murphy gets around his defender in Mason Osmus. Swipe from Swade, couldn't break it free, but this time he's able to glove it down and stepped on the puck there. Almost really could have lost his balance and gotten hurt. Summers looking net front, and Murphy fanned on the tip. Played aside. Here's Ryder with 31 seconds left to go. Bounced off of the glass and out of the way. Speeding back is Kodo. Murphy plays this up. Little time left. Has Redding trailing with him. Murphy goes through the legs. Shoved off there as it's tied up for a second and put into the netting as we'll take a whistle with 10.1 seconds left to go. And it looks like at that too, we are gonna get a penalty. It's Noah Reutman who will go down. I did not see the call, nor did I see what had happened. But the Bulldogs for the power play for the first time tonight, skating into the game with a 38.9% power play conversion rate. We'll see how they fare on this attempt. If they can't get it done in the next 5 seconds, they'll start the second period still up 5-on-4. A last-second attempt, shot was taken. The horn sounds, and that's going to do it for the end of the first period. And with that, after 20 minutes of play, the Bulldogs will lead by a score of 2-1 after potentially some misplays from the Bulldog end. We saw a timeout there from Coach Krug trying to really calm down the troops. What did you see after one?
Yeah, I think offensively they started out really strong. You saw kind of their beautiful passing ability that we've seen all season long from Adrian College. You saw the skill that they have. And then, yeah, just kind of in the middle of the period, they got a little sloppy. Got up to an early 1-0 lead where peppering Rosick with shots. And then, yeah, had that penalty, and then Concordia was able to convert on the power play. But you have to love the response from Adrian, being able to, seconds later, on their first possession after Concordia had tied it up, being able to find the back of the net right away. That was huge. And then just to keep that pressure up on Rosick. But you got to give credit to Gabe Rosick, because this game could be a lot more lopsided than just 2-1, because he has played stellar. He's had to make 2 or 3 incredible saves that were just absolute highlight reel from him.
I have to resonate those thoughts as well. Gabe Rozak playing a strong game so far. 20 minutes have concluded in regulation for this hockey game. Adrian and Concordia of University of Wisconsin. After 20, it's 2-1 Bulldogs. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here on ACTV will return with the second period after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here live at Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy getting ready and set to drop the puck for the second period of regulation in this NCAA Division III men's matchup. The score is 2-1 after 2 periods of play. The Bulldogs currently lead at that score. It's Matthew Redding who actually potted 2 tallies so far this evening for the Bulldogs. That at 1:20 in the first period, as well as 12:22, shortly after Derek Humphrey scored his first goal in his collegiate career.
Yeah, Redding's had a great start, and you saw in that second goal, it was almost kind of just had a broken down play. The puck just came right to him on the left circle, and you saw how quick of a wrist shot he had and the accuracy that he has on it. And it's just not much Rosek could do. And for Concordia coming into this second period, that late penalty that they took in the first is going to be difficult because you got Adrian with fresh ice and fresh legs with 1:50 on the power play.
So 19 shots sent on net so far. It was Gabe Rosek who's done a great job for the Falcons, backstopping his team. And the other way, only 4 shots. Surprisingly, 1 beating goaltender Deshaun Stewart for the Bulldogs, as everybody's back out on the ice, and we will get set to drop the puck in this second frame.
Yeah, not much Stewart could do also on that on the goal that Concordia had. They had numbers on the power play getting behind the Adrian defense, and it was a cross crease pass that he was just a little too late sliding over for.
Puck is dropped, and once again we're underway here at the AIA. Things continue on. A long wrist shot sent on, and Stewart with a spin move, full 360 on Nick Wyben. You don't see that quite a lot. Right off of the draw. We'll see it here. That shot was taken out.
Can't let him know your next move for Stewart.
Yeah, with a little song play, Keith Yandel style. And we continue play here, just a couple of seconds in. And it's back down low. It's Austin Klein. We'll look up. Scanning the ice, finds a passer, and connects there with Patosha. Down low, Patosha will get it. Circling around, cycle ensues. Klein to ends. Tipped off of a stick in front, traveled up top to the blue. Heinz on possession. A pass over for Ruffin. Played it through. Heinz. That pass was intercepted and then dumped the other way. Stewart will have the icing waved off there as he came out to stop it. Power play still out for the Bulldogs. For those of you who remember, Joey Petronak in the box. 37 seconds left to go on their 5-on-4. Here's Spodniak. Races in. It's taken down there, blows a tire. Gotta be careful, the ice is slippery. Over in that right corner. Might not be fully dried yet from the resurfacing from the Zamboni. It's deadlocked, and finally, Spencer will get it up top of the blue. The shot taken on in the 5-hole, and some pushing and shoving after the whistle as Rosek made the save.
Yeah, Concordia doing a very good job though on this penalty kill. Adrian, up until that opportunity, haven't had many looks on this power play, right up and close in front of Rosek. And so only 13 seconds left. The Falcons, if they can kill this off, that could be a huge momentum changer to kick off the second period.
And I apologize, I had made a mistake on the name call for the penalty. It is not number 12, Joey Petronak. It's number 13, Noah Reutman. Saw the 1 on the sweater at first, but couldn't tell if it was a 2 or a 3. And we are now back to even strength, 5-on-5. The horizontal pass sent over. Spencer fires on, blocked by a skate. And a Diniers is negated as well. With speed, Ketterman. Lost control. And back to press is Luciani. Really hunting down Asmus. This puck sent way up and somehow touched the stick of Bolin. Down low, it's Spencer. A 2-on-2 battle. Breaks out and finally kicked free. There's a Dinier. Gets his backhand off. Now with speed is Luciani. Has a trailer in May on the right side. Kicked off of the pad of Rosek. And it's kept out. Going back the other way, Bolin will dump in and get a line change. He's replaced on the ice by Zach Bridges. This is slid for May. Through traffic. Now at the right side, Kudo steps up and takes a shot from up top. Played back through. May, through his own legs, couldn't connect. And this shook free and was almost put home by May. Here's a break. Falcons looking towards the net. And it's kicked aside. May have caught the outside of the netting there on the chance was Nick Wyben.
Wyben showing the speed he's got on that opportunity there. Forcing the initiative himself.
Bulldogs really getting surprised at times. It'll be mostly dominated play in the offensive zone for 2 or 3 minutes by the Bulldogs, and then one mistake, a lot of the time costing them either odd man rush opportunities or breakaways that we saw just there. So not the cleanest game so far with 16-18 left to go in the second period for the Bulldogs, as this rebound was redirected not the way it was intended by Stewart. Made the save with his blocker side leg pad and then kicked out the other way to the left. Kudo with a D-to-D pass sent up for Summers. And the icing will be whistled down and will travel back and get the face-off to the near left. Brad Summers will step in with Grant Newcomer. And Newcomer will win the draw. A backhand floater sent towards the net. Stewart played it down and then gloved it to keep play flowing. The shot taken from the outside by Reutman. And here's a breakaway. Coming down. Kaljan! And he's stopped on the breakaway. Nice stop there from Rozek. Kaljan will get it once again. Plays it for Ruffin. Back on the hunt, Kaljan once more. Bouncing it up top. Babyak receives a pass on his right point. Spinning on, Ruffin with a try, and it's blockered away. Babyak just barely able to keep that sliding chance from exiting the zone. And a pass tipped off the high glass into the netting will stop with 15:06 left to go in the second period from Arrington.
Yeah, Rozek had to come up huge on that breakaway opportunity for Kaljan, and it was just an incredible outlet pass up ahead to Kaljan as he was waiting at center ice. Beautiful find and got right in behind the defense, but Rozek had the answer with his blocker.
Gabe Rozek, the story so far, as this is played through. Ruffin tried to bang it home, and another great stop. Just as we were talking about him, might have heard us way down on the ice surface up here in the booth. We'll catch it again on the second try.
Yeah, right on cue. We were just talking about him and then having to come up, make another huge stop. His 22nd save of the night.
Very positionally sound netminder. That is Gabe Rozek for the Concordia, Wisconsin Falcons. As this is circled around, Klein misplayed it. So the Dogs will have to restart. And this wraps all the way left to right around the middle glass. Ruffin now to Heinz, has ends in the middle to Babyak. Put on! What a shot! Sam Ruffin goes way upstairs and puts the Bulldogs up by 2.
How did Ruffin find the angle there? Gonna be interesting to see on this replay, because he was pretty much at a flat angle, nowhere to go, and then somehow snuck it over the shoulder of Rozek.
Little to no space there. Wow, what a shot from the captain, Sam Ruffin. Bulldogs now up by a score of 3-1 with 14:24 left to go. And here's another chance, and extending the pad out was Rozek, and finally finds it through a scrum and will hold on.
Talk about the stick handling abilities of Alicio Luciani on full display right here. With a spin around a defender, trying to cut back to the slot, get around the pad, just couldn't.
Things move on. Down low under the red is Tenzaka. Babiak will play it. Excuse me, that was Spodniak who played it. Spencer, a soccer kick over. This shot taken on a Dinier, easily sticked aside. In the slot, Redding, and a blocker save, followed up by Rozek. Redding will get it again, but he can't keep it in. Here come the Falcons. This is played off. Now trotting up is Spencer. With speed, dumps in. This is touched up by Reutman. Played around the other side. Spodniak will send on, kicked out by Rozek. Here's another bid for the Bulldogs, holding on to possession for as long as they can. Ryder will outskate this and help the Bulldogs get the Falcons called down for an icing. There's the stats this season for Matt Redding. 20 games played, 7 goals and 4 assists for 11 points on the season. 2 goals tonight. Saw both of those come in the first period. As another shot taken on from the blue was sticked aside. Turning the other way with it. Blue sweaters race up. Sardelli puts one on, and an easy trapper stop for Stewart.
Yeah, I like that play by Sardelli. Just try to get a puck to the net, hope for a potential rebound. Now you get an offensive zone face-off. See if Concordia can't win this face-off and try to control on the offensive end. Move the puck around a little bit.
And a good goaltending matchup. Certainly, we've seen so far. Stewart not seeing too many shots, but the saves he had to make were pretty textbook in my opinion, but has strong statistics coming into the game. As this fast break is won by Calgin and then taken away by Humphreys. Tipped out of the air by May. Played off of the dasher. Babiak with a spinning no-look pass. Is able to find Klein. May will beat the icing. Puts it up top and didn't look before he passed as it was turned over. Humphreys will get through. Kudo with a jackknife stick play. Swade might have been hooked there. Was held up momentarily and took another shot. And the arm up is this time. And some extra activities going on in front of the bench. Swade holding his face. Don't know if he got caught with a stick. But he's taking a knee in front. And I think the Falcons are going to get 2 penalties called here on the play. Surprisingly enough. So we might see some 5-on-3 hockey. First going to the box, it's Andrew Malik. And correction there, it's Jacob Swade who's also going to go, I believe.
interesting.
So Swade's penalty is called a rough. Nick Boland, the second man to the box, is called for a slash.
Yeah, a whole lot to decipher here right now.
Interesting discussions going on.
Yeah, we got two Falcons going to the box. We also got Swade going to the box as well. He was in the middle of all that right in front of the Concordia bench. After he had gotten hit, it looked like that's what the initial penalty came from, was the hit that Swade took.
So there's only one penalty being put up on the board. And it's against Concordia University of Wisconsin. And I don't know if it will be played 5-on-4 or 5-on-3, but it seems like it is 5-on-4, so the offset with Swade will keep things from going 5-on-3. So another power play opportunity here for the Bulldogs with 12:01 left to go in the second. Patosha ties the draw up, but then it was pushed back and cleared out of the zone. Stewart will come out to stop it. Klein finds Patosha. Now playing off the boards is Ruffin. Stops and pulls up. Back the other way. Klein blew a tire. Has to be careful here as it's chipped through. Nice swipe from him. Bulldogs recollecting. Here's a break. Ruffin will give a chance. Puts this off the glass, and it connects with Enns. He's pressed hard, but puck still in Bulldog possession. Enns patiently waits, and here's a turnover. Klein just barely there to get there in front and meet the puck first, as now this goes to Heinz. Play to the middle. Patosha moves over, as Enns will circle it back to the blue. Ruffin on the right side will get that pass. Spencer fires on, tipped through the legs and kept out. And some more punching going on, as here's the fieriness. And things finally being broken up by the striped officials.
It was, I think it started with just the Concordia defenders trying to clear out space from Rosick, keep their netminder, keep the opposing players out of their netminder's crease, rather. And so a lot of times you see kind of those extracurricular activities start to build up, and now you kind of see a lot more. We're seeing the physicality start to ramp up in the second period as well. More so than we saw in that first.
And Jaron Ketterman for the Falcons, as well as Zach Heinz for the Bulldogs, will both be called for matching roughing calls. This won't affect the 5-on-4 power play at all, which has 47 seconds left to go, as Spencer will send it over for Spodniak. Now in the middle, played to the left. Luciani spins it back to Spencer. A give and go, receives once more. He's shoved off, but makes a nice play. Now to Spodniak, ringing the iron, as that one was so close to going. Spencer plays up top. Spodniak will glove it down, and it'll exit the zone. We'll see if the Bulldogs can regain offensive pressure. Spodniak has Murphy. A backhander sent over to him as he was coming through neutral ice. Murphy now on one hand. Under the red as Stewart will stab the stick. The shot taken, blocked aside. Back to 5-on-5. Left side, shot on, kicked out by Rosek. Spodniak will race all the way back. And this long pass sent by Stewart. Redding drops for Luciani. Back to Redding, looking towards the front, and it's kept out. Adrian doing so well, trying to pull off those prettier plays. Quick passing, but not fully hitting their stride just yet, as a 3-on-2 play ensues. Babiak had that poked away from him. Calgin moves in front of the bench. It's Summers. Gets tied up on the boards. Some slat pass hockey here, and finally, we'll see if somebody can break in. May will get the backhand. It's played the other way. A wraparound and a toe save by Rozek. We'll keep that attempt out. Babiak moved to Summers, played it through the legs. Calgin, near side, finds the pass in Terry Ryder as that shot was taken, eaten up by Rozek for his 29th save of the evening.
Yeah, Rozek's been tested early and often in this one. In both periods, peppered with a lot of shots. He's held up strong for the most part. You see another opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
Kudo plays it through as Ruffin will cycle back, and a one-time shot was kept out. I thought that Rozek had held on to it, but it squirted free. Kudo to Heinz. Followed along is Ryder. Gets this pass up. And Gillishammer. There's Ruffin once again. Nice move. Plays it over for Heinz. Looking towards the front. Loose puck, and it stays out. Arm up. To the benches, Stewart will get another penalty. And look out! This puck is going to be sent the other way. Looking for the empty net and just barely wide. And a sigh of relief from the Bulldog bench. Here's a 3-on-2. Move through the slot and a save in the 5-hole. Scramble, it hasn't been blown down yet, and finally it is. Oh, that was a scary series of events.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Stewart heading to the bench to get the extra man on, and then a pass that was just too far behind the recipient for Adrian Calgin with the length of the ice, and had it been about a foot or two more to the right, I think Concordia would have been down just one.
And to the box is Nick Maximiu. As another power play for the Bulldogs. As this is easily cleared down by the Falcons. Stewart will stop on the backhand, as he's done so many times thus far. Pulling up with Spencer. Spodniak over to Luciani. Luciani connects with Murphy. Dropped back, and a D-to-D pass. Spodniak will walk in, puts it on, and into the chest of Rozek, who will hold on with 6:55 left to go here in the second period of play at Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman here live with Ryan Cuddy joined alongside me for tonight's NCAA Men's Division III matchup. For those of you just tuning in, Bulldogs lead by a score of 3-1, and a minute 29 left to go on their power play. Delay on the puck drop for the faceoff, and finally we get it. Spencer moves over. Spodniak winding up in the slot, slapping for it. Somehow kept out was a diving Rozek.
Yeah, Murphy had some great opportunities right in front of Rozek, trying to jab at it, trying to push it through, but Rozek again had the answers.
Moving through. Gitter couldn't play it. Spencer, he couldn't keep it in either. And once again, Stewart will send a long pass up for Murphy, who spins off. Ruffin looking towards the net, and squeezed in the 5-0 was Rosek. And the Bulldogs came ever so close to getting Dershawn Stewart an assist.
Yeah, we've seen that. I think that's their third or fourth time. Stewart with a stretch ice pass.
Look at this pass coming from his own crease. Very Igor Shesterkin-esque.
Tape to tape to Murphy, and then Murphy had to feed to Ruffin. And then somehow Rosick was able to close the 5-0 in time on Ruffin.
This is one back. Klein, a ringside pass, a hard shot. Eaten up by Rosek once again. Ruffin will get it right side. Puts it on, looking for the tip there was Patosha. And an arm up on the play. We're going to get another call. Here's Ruffin tipping it over, and Patosha buries the rebound. A power play goal sends the Bulldogs up by 3.
Yeah, what eyes from Ruffin on this pass. You can see just a beautiful feed. Or it comes later on in the play, rather. Right here, Ruffin. Arm is already up. They're getting the extra skate around, and then wide open, waiting for that pass was number 36 for Adrian College Patosha, and just a beautiful find from Ruffin.
And there is going to be another penalty sitting in the box now, this time Joey Petronak. So the Bulldogs will remain on the power play for another 2 minutes if nothing else changes. Things really starting to seem like they're going the way of Adrian College. Spodniak gallops up with speed and is taken down. No call that time, as it's cleared the other way. Up top is Spodniak. Breaking free, slides it over, a bouncing puck, and that one almost went. Luciani to Spencer. Back to the left, Spencer gets it back, puts it high and into the glove of Rosek.
Yeah, this is a big penalty kill for Concordia. Going down 4 would be tough. 3 goals, you're still got a fighter's chance. But it's all starts with starting to gain control of the puck, a little more time possession in the offensive ends. But 42 shots to 7 isn't going to cut it.
Klein up at the blue, misplays it. But Ruffin will hold on, and looking for the tip again was Patosha. Deja vu on the goal that we saw before. Almost pulled it off for a second time.
Yeah, that looked identical. Ruffin trying to set up Patosha on that pass through the slot.
Could be a set play for the Bulldogs. We got to watch out for. Up top is Heinz. Played through the slot, it's loose. Kicks free to the left side. Now at the blue point. Enns has it. Couldn't find a passer. It's sent back for Ruffin. Put aside for Enns. He'll spin back once more. 19 seconds left to go on the power play. Ruffin stops and pulls up. Will spin back and then push forward. Moving across in the feet. Enns was there, but couldn't get a handle. Penalty starting to expire as Stewart will tap the stick. That's going to do it as we're back to even strength. Enns winds up and puts it wide. Patosha will follow up and spin it forward. Hines out of Patosha. Adrian dominating the offensive zone. This is lifted up and onto the stick of Klein as Ruffin will get it. Onside plays it over for Connor May. Swade is taken down by a hit as this is put forward and the Bulldogs score, but there was a hand pass called down as the shot was being taken. And the Falcons will wipe the sweat off the forehead as They will definitely get away with one right here.
Yeah, tough to kind of see in the far corner.
Swade doesn't like this decision because he's arguing he never hand passed the puck, which was the signal for the whistle, and rather he batted it down with his stick. It was tough to see from our angle up here because he was down on all fours in the far side corner. So nonetheless, we'll continue on. Bulldogs still lead by 3 at 4-1 with 3 minutes left to go in the second. This is played back. Bridges was checked off of the puck. Stewart out to meet it once again. May receives a bounce pass off the kick plate. May now gets it to Kudo, who tried to play it up for Swade. A longer shift from him as he's checked hard into the boards. And a misplay there by Rozek. Kudo will have to step back with quite some haste to play it around for Adinier. This is wrapped up top and kept in along the left blue. And pushed back down low. Kaljan will go through his legs. Picking up with speed is Patosha. Tried to break free, but he couldn't. Orpana all alone, but Rosek fired around the high glass, but Patosha there to intercept. Kaljan will find Spencer up top, who sends a backhander off, and it was not on target, but it bounced in front into the blue paint, and we'll get a whistle with 1:36 left to go off the stoppage from Gabe Rosek.
Yeah, heads up play by Rozek, realizing that bounce was coming off the boards and then right into the crease right in front of him. Making sure he freezes that and leaves no potential of danger.
There's another call being whistled down here, and again it's going to go against the Falcons. I didn't even catch for what it was. And it's a high sticking call that will be assessed to Colin Kirchhoff, the leading points getter for Concordia, Wisconsin. And back to the power play are the Bulldogs for another 2 minutes. Minute and 32 seconds left to go in the second, so if they don't score here in that time frame, they'll start the third up a man at 5-on-4. This is sent back down low. Stewart again with the sunk, that time a little more noticeably. Good pressure sent on by Petronak as it's broken free. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Bulldogs. It's Murphy to Spodniak to Luciani, and they score! Another power play goal! With 1:05 left in the second, the Bulldogs lead by 4.
Yeah, that was just beautiful passing off of the rush. Concordia had some good pressure, killing off time on the power play, but then Adrian just starts moving with numbers 3-on-2. Spodniak, beautiful find. Luciani has done that so many times in the past for the black and gold, does it again.
That pass, 1-2-3 across a straight line. And an absolute textbook play from the Bulldogs, showing their great display of skill that they bring to the ice night in and night out. Babyak moves to ends with under 60 seconds left in play. Ruffin taken down as it's rimmed up top. Puck skipped over Dinier's stick. So they'll give it to Babyak. And now to Hines, who breaks free. Play to the middle, and a diving poke check save from Rosek. Humphreys with a last-second chance of his own, puts it on, and it's gloved aside easily by Stewart. Hines is in neutral ice. Will break over the blue, drops for Ruffin. Looking towards the net now to Swade. He was tipped off of a stick. Babyak Now to the left side. Here's a tip in front. Loose in the slot, and it couldn't be put away. Ruffin will spin on. And the final seconds will expire, and that will signal the end of the second period of play from Arrington Ice Arena, as the Bulldogs will skate into the third period up by a score of 5-1, and we'll see a couple of the last second opportunities here. As this is played back, I thought a lot better of a period being played by the Bulldogs after 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, I think it was kind of not as many sloppy mistakes or turnovers in their own zone. You really saw the pressure, especially in the latter half of that period on that last goal. You saw just the crisp passing that they have, and it's been tough for Gabe Rozak. He's faced a lot of pressure tonight, hasn't had a whole lot of offensive support. It's going to be a big mountain to climb for Concordia coming into this third period. They're going to have to come out firing. They're going to have to come out in the first 5 minutes and really give everything they've got to try to chip into this lead. Four goal lead, not completely out of the question, but it's going to be very difficult for the Falcons.
So the Bulldogs really coming back into their element after 40 minutes of play. Lead through that time at a score of 5-1. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here on ACTV. So happy to have you join us. And we'll take a quick break as the Zamboni will take to the ice, and we'll return with more NCAA coverage after the break.
As you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define your college years, you stand today, students, on the threshold of one of the most magical times in your life.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront, in and out of the classroom. The Bulldogs are looking for talent, character, hard work, grit, leaders who can electrify sold-out crowds, gut out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
April 6, 2021, I was sitting in my office and an email popped into my inbox from someone in your graduating class today. The email said, "Dear President Docking, back in August, I had emailed you in regards to the state of the well-being of the campus community during the COVID spike. At that time, I was incredibly anxious about the prospect of spending my senior year of college sitting at my kitchen table in my hometown trying to finish my seminar projects in the event we switched to all online learning. As I type this email now in April, I cannot describe to you the gratitude that my fellow students and I have for Adrian remaining open on campus for the duration of the school year. I wanted to take the time to thank the Adrian College community, the faculty, the staff, for allowing us to have as normal of a year as possible in a world that simply did not want that to happen. I look forward to walking across the stage in May knowing that I was still able to enjoy time with my friends and the Bulldog community during my senior year. All the best, Max Birmingham, class of 2021. Max, you've got to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. For those of us on this stage, today is one of the most exciting days of the year. We love to see the wonder and anticipation in the eyes of our new students, as all of you anxiously await all of the amazing experiences that will define the years ahead.
gentlemen, here live at Arrington Ice Arena. It's period number 3 of this NCHA Division III NCAA men's hockey matchup between the visiting Concordia University of Wisconsin Falcons and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Herman, joined alongside by Ryan Cuddy. After we saw what was more of an interesting second period, 3 goals scored for the Bulldogs, and they found their offense that they were looking for.
Yeah, their offense really kind of felt in rhythm. Their passing was crisp. They were able to score on the power play. The physicality also ramped up a little bit for both teams as Concordia tried to kind of get their way into the game in the physical way. But Adrian's done a good job of really controlling the offensive pressure throughout.
And here's another chance, quick and early. Rosek on his backside kicked out that puck. What a great save to open up the frame. With speed is Enns. Shuffles down the right side. Now to Ryder. Couldn't put a shot off. It's turned over the other way. Tripped up was Humphreys. And the Falcons wanted a call, but they're not going to get one on this play as Kudo touches up underneath the red. And it's circled on back the other way. In transition, a backhand pass from Matt Kudo, one of the alternate captains for this Adrian squad, wears a letter to A on his sweater, in addition to the famed black and gold. As this finds Luciani, dropped for Redding. What a move, he's taken down. This as well will not find a penalty. With speed is Newcomer. Pulls up and plays it through the middle. It's turned over for Spodniak. And off to the races are the Bulldogs. Spodniak with Luciani streaking, puts it over, and it was too far ahead of his stick. And Luciani couldn't get it done. This is moved up top. Klein back to meet it. Moved over for Redding and a one-touch pass from Adenier to Luciani. Stops and pulls up. His pass was turned over. And onto the stick of Kirchhoff. There's a fast break. And a hard hit sent on there. As down in some pain is Nick Massimiu. And he was absolutely leveled.
Yeah, huge hit in the middle of the ice.
We'll see it
nice
here.
Nice to see his got up. But yeah, you can see this hit him and Adenier. That stick went flying up in the air too, but good. Good to see he was able to get to the bench on his own.
And really what looked like an innocent play, I think it was just a mismatch on the size as Adenier's hands never really came up. He kind of just skated through.
Yeah, Adenier, big body too. Couldn't really lay the lumber. Yeah, just scary play, but awesome to see. Awesome to see. Maximu was able to get off.
Io Adenier, 6'5", 195 pounds from Columbus, Ohio. Somebody you definitely do not want to run into. This face-off won at center ice and finds its way to the stick of Spencer. Pushed out around hard. Down low, it's handcuffed momentarily and then ultimately breaks free. Spencer at the left point, puts it through. Down low looking for the wrap was Calgin. Faked it off and didn't take it. Arm up on the play as Rosek will skate to the box. Spencer will finally touch up, and there will be a call made here against the Bulldogs. A cross-checking call is the decision, and it's assessed against the Bulldogs' Devin Orpana.
Yeah, happened away from the play, but Orpana just getting a little too physical, had the cross-check, trying to clear up some space in front of Rosek. Ref caught him. Easy call to make away from the play.
17-18 left to go in the third regulation period here from Harrington Ice Arena. As the shot taken on, took a scary bounce, and Stewart had to fight it off just in time to make the save. Trying to tip that free was Summers. And it squirted loose finally. Petronak, a stick handle and a pass. Will get it right back. Looks towards the net. Fakes off. Puts it aside. Wyben there to keep it on the blue. Newcomer aside. That shot was taken and it was wide. Settling down low. Trying to clear it there was Kudo. And finally, it's put over the blue, and the second penalty kill unit now out for the Bulldogs. Wyman will drop back for Rozek. As this is moved to the left. Dane Sardelli, one of the bigger players that we noticeably see for Concordia. 6'7", 210 pounds from Hebron, North Dakota. As this is cleared out the other way. Bulldogs doing a great job of killing off more time on the Arpana penalty. With speed is Humphreys. Taken away. Connor May now on it. Will shoot it down, and once again the Bulldogs able to clear. Up the center, Kirchhoff tried to play it aside. Back to even strength. Winding up with the shot up top was Duran. And it was tipped up into the netting. We'll get a whistle.
Yeah, good power. Going to be a good penalty kill there for Adrian College. Not a whole lot of looks for the Falcons. And there you can see, haven't had a whole lot of looks throughout these two periods and some change. Getting outshot pretty substantially. It's just they just haven't had much rhythm on offense. Haven't had the puck in the offensive zone a lot. Been on their heels for the majority of this game, and they go getting on their heels once more.
Heinz looking to shake things free. Able to softly carom it towards the right corner. Dinier pulls up. This shot taken, kicked out. The rebound is picked up by Ruffin. A tie-up in the left corner. Finally, things get moving again. Spencer looking to glove it down. Dinier will use his size to play it. Ketterman looking towards the front. Now to the net. And Stewart somehow made the stop. And a weird bounce, and the Falcons score. There will be a discussion here as Stewart is arguing that this puck was kicked in, and thankfully for us, we have the replay here.
Yeah, I believe it was number 12, Jack Swade, who comes in.
Oh, and that's definitely a kick. That's definitely a kick. You can easily see this one. This was kicked out of midair, and if this is not blown down, a blown call for sure. The ruling has to be that there's a kicking motion on the play. And you definitely saw it there. And unfortunately, despite the replay showing, this will be whistled as a goal. As we continue play, Luciani will move in looking for Redding. And a 5-2 score now. This is played up. Luciani with a goal and 2 assists tonight. A one-timer kicked aside and kept out. Redding put that shot on. Here's another chance as it's cycled up top. Ryder to Kudo. Spodniak plays it down low as it's caressed in the slot, and trying to hammer one was Redding. Once again, through the slot, nobody there to catch the pass. And it's played up into the banners. I really can't believe that that wasn't waved off.
Yeah, it was tough to tell, and then I think head coach Adam Krug also was voicing his displeasures as well. We had a tough break for Adrian, but really controlled throughout this game. Do have themselves a 3-goal lead to still fall back on, but can't get too comfortable as well. You know, Concordia's going to keep firing just like right there.
Things progress as Klein able to send it around, and now picking up his Patosha, putting on the speed, and he's called down for the offsides. 13 minutes flat left to go in the third, as we'll get one more look at the goal we saw just moments ago. See maybe if we can catch the kicking motion. Puck goes up here, and yeah, the foot very clearly comes off the ice. For me, is unmistakable. And just a very bad break for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, looking at that replay, that left skate looked like it went forward for Petronic.
And Gabe Rozek, tonight he's played 16 games so far, 44 out of 49 shots.
Yeah, he's one of the key contributors for Concordia tonight. He's been stellar in that with the activity he's faced in front of him. He's had to make some stellar stops as well.
Really held this game from turning into something ugly, as Bolin will motor through. Murphy now with Summers, crosses the blue, drops it back for Swade, puts it in, and he scores! Jacob Swade picking up his own rebound, and the Bulldogs strike again as they take a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, haven't seen many juicy rebounds given up by Gabe Rozek tonight. There was one right there. Swade shoots it off his pad and then just got it right back. You can see with some speed. Initial shot stop, but then right back to him. Stayed persistent, kept following his puck into the net. And just like that, Adrian's got 6.
12-10 left to go. Bulldogs looking to extend their lead further. Possibly some disdain with the call that was made earlier on the second allowed goal for the Falcons. So they're back on top once again, up 4 goals. Done a pretty solid job of really controlling that second period and even in the third up till this point. At center is Murphy. Picks up and gives to Enns. This is dished out for Ryder. Played through the slot, sticked away. Summers, a backhander, and what a pass, and almost putting it home was Ty Enns, but put too much mustard on that one. Stewart again will chop a pass up. Enns finds Ruffin. He will spin off and give this over for Ryder, who gets to Heinz. Enns gets this in the slot and sent the shot on, but deflected up into the netting and will take a whistle with 10:54 left to go. things move on. It's inside the left corner. Ryder will pick up at his own blue. Tried to shake free, but didn't quite get the move he was looking for. This hit sent on to Sardelli. Big man for the Falcons taken down there. Kudo touches up. Gets that over for Ryder. A drop pass and a dump in from Ruffin as it's stopped behind the net. Klein couldn't play it. Now over the blue as this is sent up out of play.
Now for the 50-50 drawing. Tonight's drawing is worth $239. The winning ticket is a green ticket.
10 minutes flat gone here for the Falcons coaching staff. Ryan, what do you think the message is at this point?
Yeah, try to just keep up with just trying to get pucks deep into the zone. Try to make Stewart work and then just try to kind of gain some momentum for the rest of the season and moving onward. As meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. just see if they can find a little bit of offensive footing, a little bit of offensive rhythm heading into that one as well.
Spodniak picks up speed, sends a blind pass. It was almost correctly put on the stick of Matthew Redding, but he was not expecting the pass there, and it was overskated. Spodniak through the center lane, sent a pass that's kicked off of the right foot of Luciani. Adinier at the center ice, Adrian logo. Here come the Bulldogs. Spodniak puts one on, blocker to side by Rozek. Down low now in the slot. This is backhanded away. Spencer will skate back in his own zone. Matthew Redding will push the play up the other way, and an easy stop there for Rozek as he caught the dump in. Played through were the Falcons. Some back and forth passing going on. Patosha, left to right. Here's a shot ringing the iron. Devin Orpana puts it off the right pipe. That was a loud ping from up here in the booth.
Heavy hit on the post.
That shot from the point. Kick saved by Rozek. Turning up is Orpana. Looking to get some revenge here. Breaks free. A backhand pass. Didn't have enough power on it. And there's another penalty being called. It's a holding minor. And skating to the box now is Briar Dittmer. So the Bulldogs back again to the power play for another time this evening.
You gotta limit Adrian College's opportunity on the special teams because they're so dangerous on the man advantage. It's another thing that Concordia is gonna have to cut back on, especially heading into tomorrow.
Keep an eye on the two Spodniak tonight as well. 3 assists, continuing his point streak for the Bulldogs as Heinz will stop it on the boards and then play it around. Cycled up top. Klein puts it back towards the corner. Stomping there. Stewart once again will put a pass up. Patosha, a nice toe drag. And he was stick checked there before he could shoot. Heinz, right side to ends, back to Klein, puts it on, a stick save. And a whack there sent on to Rozek more pushing and shoving after the whistle. That was Patosha, I believe, who had gave a little bit of a love tap to Gabe Rozek after the whistle.
Yeah, Patosha right in front, looking to, hoping the puck was still loose. As I think the defenders for Concordia didn't take too lightly to that.
One of those unwritten rules in hockey, not allowed to touch a goaltender at all.
Yep, once you do, that's when chaos can break out.
Luciani spins off as Murphy and Calgin to support. Played alongside, slid through, shot was stopped. Luciani gets it to Spodniak. 3 assists tonight, as we mentioned earlier, and another! Spencer fires it home from the blue line, and it's a 7-2 lead for the Dogs.
Yeah, that's why they're so dangerous on the power play. Can't give them free opportunities. So deep in this lineup, Spencer joining in the party tonight. Just a beautiful shot. Perfect accuracy from Chase Spencer.
Chase Spencer with his first point of the evening, a goal at that. Coming in at the moment, Chase Spencer's 3rd goal of the season, followed up by his 13 assists, so good stat streak there for the Bulldog defenseman, as this is played up for May. Dropped back, and the Bulldogs whistle down for offsides.
Spencer, another player on Adrian College from the OJHL in their junior days. Got a whole lot of them on this Adrian College roster.
This is turned up, breaking in. What a move! And a good stop from Rosek as another chance was slapped on but kept out. Dinier towards the right side, wired on. A bouncing puck slipped through. Falcons looking to break out. Couldn't get it done on that chance, as Babiak will stop. And a kick play over to Summers. Dinier steps up on Gill. Some soft body contact there. Connor May, near side. Taken down on his approach. This puck bounced through as Calgin is trying to fight for it. And a misplay there. I don't quite know if Devin Orpana just blew a tire and took a tumble. As a scary turnover in the slot. Almost went the wrong way. As Kudo able to push it up. And this will be touched up with 4:39 left to go in the 3rd period for offsides. Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy, happy to have you join us here tonight exclusively on ACTV for all the Bulldog coverage. This neutral ice face-off draw will be won back by Ruffin. Ryder will get it over. Ruffin on a break, and it's fended off nicely by Rosek. His 57th shot of the night has stopped 50 of them. And this puck, with enough steam, be called down for the icing.
Yeah, if you're Adrian, gotta like how the offense has looked tonight. Got a little sloppy in that first period. That seems to kind of have gone away. They've solidified those loose ends here tonight. Sean Stewart has looked solid as well in net.
This is moved over, and a shot was quickly sent on, and a very aware blocker save by Gabe Rosek once again.
Yeah, just working quickly off the draw. You can see here on the replay. Rosick forced to make another stop. It's 51st of the night.
Heinz taken down but regains his footing. Kudo at the right. Puts it the opposite way as it's tied up in the left corner. It's moved back as Gill will send a backhander. Heinz. Ruffin will send this on. Loose in front. Nobody there to hunt home the rebound. Moved across. Nice pass. Enns will fire over for Ryder. And down in some pain is Rosek as he's slow to get up. Oh, and he's way down right now. He might need a stoppage here.
Yeah, the refs. Heads up.
Yeah, we might see a late goaltending change potentially. It's Gabe Rosek visually in some pain.
I just hate to see that too. With he's faced so much pressure tonight, and to the first about period and a half, period and 3/4, he was keeping this at a 2-goal game. Even though the puck was about 90% in his own zone.
And we will get the change here. Rosek is off with some pain, and going in replacement is Dolan Gilbert, another freshman netminder from South Bend, Indiana. Played for the Texas Brahmas in the NAHL. So not a lot of time for him to make his appearance, but he'll get about 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to go as Spodniak will put this over, and a paddle stop on the first chance for where Gilbert played off of the glass. Here's a Dinier. In a bad area as Duran will pick up. We'll send this over. As we see there, the stat line, Matu Spodniak, 4 points tonight. As he shoots that one on, kicked aside by Gilbert. This in the left corner. Luciani gets a break all alone, fakes the shot, and puts it in! Alessio Luciani! What a move!
Yeah, just a beautiful move. Dancing with the puck was Luciani. And not a whole lot Dolan Gilbert could do. Just jumping into game action. Nice fake from Luciani, forehand, backhand. Beautiful move from Luciani, and that will pretty much tap off what's been a stellar Adrian performance.
Can't ask for much more from the Bulldogs. A slow start for them in the first, but they figure out a way to pick things up as they take a commanding 6-goal lead with 1:52 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, going to be interesting now for tomorrow afternoon's game. I don't know what the plan for head coach Jim Mosa was, if he was planning on sticking with Rosick for game 2 as well, because he played stellar, but now playing less than 24 hours is going to be a quick turnaround.
We'll have to see if he's even available, because obviously with that injury as well. So it'll be an interesting storyline as Swade will make a stick check is able to get it out. Duran plays this and gets it back. Spinning off a nice move, creating some space. This is up ice, and tripped up is Ketterman by Babyak. And this is touched, and the Bulldogs will stay on the penalty kill with 1:13 left to go in the third period.
Yeah, just a little sloppy from Cameron Babyak, reaching that stick in, easy tripping call.
Season high stat line for Alessio Luciani tonight. The recent goal scorer to put the Bulldogs up by 6 as Patosha fires over for Reading. Was looking for that one-timer.
Third period, 1 minute. You're welcome.
Bulldog band having some fun with the PA announcer downstairs. Patosha moves around for Reading. Under a minute to play, 35 seconds to be exact. Skating back is Ryder, and he will dump in. This is picked off, taken towards the net. A backhander and a kick save made by Gilbert. Time beginning to expire as the Bulldogs will send a last second shot by Patosha. Skating up with it is Grant Newcomer. Played through the middle, and the final seconds will tick off. And the Bulldogs will skate away with a huge 8-2 win over Concordia University of Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was a really strong offensive performance for Adrian College. Like we mentioned, started a little slow, had some sloppy mistakes, some neutral zone and defensive zone turnovers that we saw, which we typically don't normally see. And then it even prompted Coach Krug to call a timeout with about 5 minutes left in the first. But pretty much since that point on, you didn't see many sloppy errors or sloppy mistakes made from this Adrian squad, and it was very sound throughout.
I definitely like the way that the Bulldogs were able to pick up towards the back half of that game, showing a strong effort through the second and the third, and obviously the result that it is at the moment an 8-2 W for the Bulldogs. So they'll skate to center ice and give the stick taps to the fan, Alex Herman and Ryan Cuddy here. Happy that you joined us this evening for a great Bulldog victory, and we'll see them tomorrow. Once again, you can catch me on the call at 3 p.m. here on ACTV.